A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this reading. This collective reading is about the most important energy that I can pick on, energy that needs to be worked upon, and energy reading that's gonna help people who are doing inner work. I'm so happy that you're here, so happy to see you, and so glad that you are on the path of inner work, that you are a light worker, you are a star seed, or you are a twin flame. So let's dive deep into this collective reading. So I do see that you have gone through some kind of struggle in the past and it felt like you got defeated. I'm also being shown that you had to walk out from that situation, walk away from that situation, because you felt that it no longer served you, it no longer meant that bigger deal for you, and you felt that you were not treated correctly. I also see that you are at almost at the finish line with whatever you've just reached the end point. I mean, you're gonna do it for sure. I'm also being shown that, but you do feel burdened because you have been doing it for so long. Like, it's like, oh my god, I've reached till here, should I do it or not? So you're just near the finish line, but you're a bit overburdened and overwhelmed by emotions. I also sense that some of your boundaries, or some of your boundaries won't be the right word, some of your blocks actually are self-created. You have total control, you can get out of it, and I'll tell you what exactly you can do. That's the message coming from the collective. My intention via this reading is to help out all of those people who are very spiritual, who are genuinely spiritual. You want to be more in control of your finances as well, so that you can do whatever you want to do. But I've been told that freedom needs to be earned, so work needs to be put. At least the urge has to be there, and that urge will with time make you free. I do sense that anyone who resonates with this has a lot of urge. You may or may not resonate 100%, but if you do, then there's a lot you can take away from this one. Please do mark yourself present. Claim the energy of I am present, because that's what we are all here to do, to be present. Present also means gift. We are all here because we deserve this gift. We all deserve to be present, not to be stuck in the past, not to be stuck in the future assumptions, that too negative ones. And you have also gone through a number of heartbreaks, okay? And I want to tell you guys something which is very important for your spiritual evolution. Personally, I work one-on-one with a lot of people, and when I talk to people, just by listening to the way they talk, just by the language they speak, just by the time frame, the tenses they speak in, like how do they look at themselves, or how do they see the things they want progressing in future, there is a lot of things that I can figure out while I'm talking to other people. Our own language, our own habit patterns, our own lifestyle, our own belief systems reveal a lot. It reveals whether we believe that we are going to ascend or not, whether we believe or not, whether or not we are going to get the relationship we want or not, or so many other things that we want. Family, love, forgiveness, health. Maybe you want to lose weight. I mean, that's like everywhere. I hear it everywhere. Everybody wants to lose weight. So you have gone through tower moments. There are lots of things happening around you right now, but you're also kind of tired of thinking about others and thinking about what they think. You don't want to get into that space anymore. I mean, the reason I told you this thing about the conversation I have with people is because there are patterns in everything that people do. Everything. Your whole life is based on patterns, different types of patterns. And there's one thing that we all need to work on is focus only on gratitude, the positives, and focus on the gifts, focus on what we have, not focus on what we don't have. When I do exercises with people in therapy, sometimes I ask people questions like, what are you grateful for? And when they tell me what they're grateful for the same thing that they're grateful for, they also tell me that this is also a problem. I mean, it's funny. Are you grateful for the sunlight? Yeah, I'm really grateful for the sunlight, but it's kind of hot and I'm sweaty. All right, then, why don't you go and sit under the shade? All right, I'll sit in the shade. It's nice, but there's no wind here. It's not so bright here. Oh, there are some flies in the shade. Let me go and drink some water. Oh yeah, are you grateful for this water? Yes, I'm so grateful for this water. I'm so glad water exists. But I am feeling like my stomach is getting a bit bloated. Or this water is not so clean. I need maybe cold water. It's not so chilled. It's like normal temperature. I want like ice cold water. So on and so forth. So sometimes people have polarity even when they are doing gratitude. You have to be very careful. If your mind tries to play with you, it tries to fool you by showing you polarity and again distracting you into thinking negative, then only look at the positive things. Like focus on the positive, don't focus on the negative. Everything that is negative also leads eventually to our good, our positive. And try to look for the patterns in relationships, in money, in overall peace of mind, in hobbies, in health, in beauty, in everything. So we need to change our own language. We need to change the way we speak to our own selves, not how we speak to others. Because in this collective reading, I can genuinely see that whosoever I'm talking about is at the finish line, or they know how things work, like they've seen it. They have really good experience. They have good experience, they have bad experience, they have all kinds of experience. So now is the time where they need to get out of their own, own self-created blocks. They need to remember they're just about to reach. So just persevere a bit more. Let those prideful people, those arrogant people, do whatever they want to do. I mean, don't think about those people who have troubled you, hurt you, put you down, traumatized you, made you negative. Don't think about, oh, they are doing so well despite being so evil. All of that, you don't have to think. You don't have to give them any more energy. Even those who are around you, very covert, narcissistic people, they are also taking in your energy by appearing to be very sad, very deplorable, very miserable. But I don't think so. They are miserable. Trust me. I mean, that's how they are. That's how they're always gonna be. You cannot expect from them to change. That's what I'm being told, which is why I think you walked out. But despite walking out physically, and maybe at that point in time mentally, you keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So now is the time you make 100% total shift. Otherwise, they'll keep breaking your heart. No matter what you do, they will keep acting in the same way. You want to see some change. You want to see, okay, they'll show me empathy. Okay, they will show me understanding. They'll show me kindness. But no. It's the karma, It's the karma. The karma is like that. It's not going to shift. It probably can shift, but the only reason why I don't want to tell you about it right now, because I don't want to again get into the expectation mode. Only you matter. Only you need to change, because the energy that I'm picking on today, and those who resonate, this is like a loop. It keeps coming back to you. You keep getting sucked into it. You get out of it, then you go back into it. You get out of it, then you go back into it. This time you have to make sure that you don't go into it at any cost. You gotta be very smart. You have to find your happy place, and you have to stay there. If you don't know, then you have to find it. See, in the bracket it says your happy place or bracket find it. Find it. I think you're gonna do it. My intuition is telling me, because you're very thankful to God and you're looking forward to what's ahead. You want to cut out this energy around you and you want to fix your habit patterns. You have to also watch yourself. This is next message. Where you are constantly spending your time. Is it past? Is it present? Or is it future? So whosoever is present, you are present, I am present. Tell me about your location. Tell me what is the thing, what is your pattern that you want to change, that you want to fix. Please share it with all of us. Those who want to support my content from India, this is the scan code. And if you want to do it one time, then PayPal link is also available. You can also become my Patreon and support my content every month. That's so cool, isn't it? Okay, I'm also being shown that some of you are kind of upset because you do see the evidences. You want to touch the miracle frequency and you know you will touch it. Some of you have already done it in the past and you don't want it to look like you just did it out of fluke. Maybe someone told you that, you just did it out of fluke. It was just, like unknowingly you touched it. You can do it. You have done it many times in the past and you're going to do it again. But you also look for the evidences that show you the lack in the physical. Like in the physical, lack can be a very real thing and it can be something which can bog people down, but it also tries to make you powerless. It tries to make you feel like there are no solutions. Like it kills your imagination. When you keep focusing on the lacks, you don't have imagination and you also do not have the energy. You feel like, I don't want to do it. It's too much, it's too much. So automatically, energy gets affected, health gets affected, mood gets affected, so on and so forth. So that's why you need to now look for evidences of the good things that have happened to you. And as I said, in the last channeling, I spoke about doing the gratitude exercise at least 4 times in a day, looking for 50 things that you're grateful for. Do it first thing in the morning. Do it before you sleep. Just look for your happy place. Stay in your happy place. As I say this, instantly I'm being shown that in some of your cases, you feel that you get into the happy place, you love to be in your happy place, you don't want to get disturbed, but there are other people who drag you out, pull you out from your happy place. What should I do about them? Is your question, could be your next question, those who resonate with this part. So I want to say that those people also are getting power from you. If you mentally don't give them any power, like as soon as you get into your happy place and they do something, it's a choice you can make. It's a choice you can make not to focus on the physical evidences of the lacks or the physical evidences of how you can deter or how you are persuaded to get out from that frequency or that lovely place where you are in full trust and joy and gratitude and you're so happy and you're so relaxed, and then you got this huge bill that you have to pay, or you didn't get that job offer that you were looking for, or your family is arguing with you every day, or there is a message that has suddenly come up, or it's just noisy people around you, noisy neighbors, noisy people. Like, what is it that I'm supposed to do then? Well, you are actually supposed to just ignore them. Like, you're not supposed to feed into their energy. You're not supposed to even think about it. It doesn't exist. Even if there's a dog barking outside your house and it's barking really loudly and you can hear it, still you can do a lot of things to avoid the noise. You can put your headphones, or you can just move into another room. You can make a prayer for the dog. I mean, if you're an animal lover like me, then I would like to see what happened to the dog. I would probably give it some milk, try to give some solution. But if I know it's the same dog who barks every night at the same time outside my house, and I know that it's the dog's habit pattern too to do the same things, or maybe in the dog's imagination, in the dog's world, it's just doing its duty. That's how they communicate. I mean, that's how they talk. We can see it in a very positive way, like, oh, look at this dog or this bird or this cat or the noisy neighbors who fight every night after getting drunk. I mean, it's all a habit pattern. Like, I've been through these situations myself, so I'm talking from my personal experience. It's just a click like this, you just have to take your mind off of those things. Sometimes the physical evidence are literally in your face. Sometimes it's like really hard to ignore it, but we can ignore it. We just have to make a choice to not give it importance, to not think about it, and to not get played by it, played by that story, played by that assumption, played by that mind chatter. Actually, it's just mind chatter. It's just your mind telling you things. That, oh, look, if you can't do this, this is going to happen. What's going to happen? Your life is going to be over. You're not going to be an achiever. Look at your age. You're just aging. You're going to be an auntie or an uncle. Like in India, we say that auntie, uncle when someone's aging a bit. You're going to be that. And some people say even meaner things. And I'm not blaming them. We all do it on and off. Like, you're horrible. You are a loser. Oh my God, you don't do anything good. You're just an underachiever. Look at all the others around you. They all have big fancy cars and big houses, and all you talk about is ascension, inner work, peace, contentment. What have you gained from this? Blah, blah, blah. We all do it on and off, but we need to just reduce it or completely cut it out from our lives. And we need to deeply and completely accept ourselves. And if there's any problem, I mean, let's just accept that there's a problem, and in the moment there's a problem, and okay, this is what we can do. We just need to shift out from that energy of being stuck in a problem, being stuck in a loop, and thinking that, what am I going to do now, kind of thing, And even in subtle ways, we have to be careful of not getting into it. We should not get convinced by the things mind says to us, the tricks mind plays with us. I think this collective reading is for all of those people who have done really well so far, and maybe you face some challenges, maybe you face trials and tribulations, but when you look back at who you were 10 years back, 12 years back, 15 years back, I think you have really come a long way, like really a long way, and that's an amazing thing. Some of you actually get stuck in this loop or this pattern. Now you have to be the loop breaker. You have to be the pattern decoder, because of either those things kept happening around you over and over and over again. So it became like a mental mantra, like how we repeat the mantra. And that's why we say that we should keep chanting, we should keep repeating the name. The solar plexus sound, I say that a lot. The solar plexus mantra, not only it's a very powerful sound, it's a beej mantra. It has a certain vibration, it carries a certain energetic frequency. So the more we repeat it, the more we are able to get out from the vices. And one of the biggest vice is actually fear and getting stuck in the past or future assumptions or future related, worries. So either you have gotten into this phase that you're in because it got stuck in your DNA, got stored as memory in your cells, or else you probably went through something traumatic. You probably saw something which was like really a strong emotion. You felt it or you were a part of it. The intensity of whatever you went through was too deep, was too strong for you to actually not get out of it. Like, it happens. Another example is coming to my mind from therapy session. Somebody was telling me that they went through a really difficult situation, a very hard situation. It was not, a normal situation, okay? So they kind of got traumatized by it, and every time they try to get out of whatever they are stuck into or try something completely new, the memory of that event kind of pulls them back. It's a back and forth, actually. So I want to say that this is the only way that a person can get stuck into the mental games that the mind plays, the fooling that the mind does, because the mind needs to anchor. It wants to stay, it wants to be in control, it wants to be your ruler. That's what minds want to do, but mind is not a ruler. Mind can be put into something good, but mind is not a ruler. You are the ruler of your mind. You gotta tell your mind, okay, you shut up, you're not gonna do this. Or sometimes you have to say, all right, I hear you, fine, but don't meddle into my business right now. I mean, I honestly don't see any function, like on a subconscious level, on a bodily level, the brain is doing whatever it's supposed to do. The mind can put you into worries, and if your mind is trained and it's under control, then the same mind actually becomes a thinker. It's a thinking mind, it's not a worrying mind. So we need to get out of this worrying minds, habit patterns that pull you down, that drag you down. And then there are people, there are faces that actually kind of speak the same language, and you just need to say, okay, fine, I hear you, I see you, fine, I'll still do what I want to do, and that is being grateful and being positive and doing what I love. So this is where I'm going to close this channeling. You can get into reading or therapies with me. The details are given in the description box. Kindly do not share any details before we get into personal session. You can get my book In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. It's available only on Amazon Kindle, the latest edited version. I will see you in the next video. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.